I feel like when I was really young, I really liked insects. I would play with them like I was one of those kids who like, especially for a girl, a lot of guys were into like grimy stuff, but I was one of the few girls, especially notably, who would like, you know, get their hands dirty and play with like snails and stuff. So like, I think inherently, for whatever reason, I was just attracted to it. At that point, I couldn't really tell you why. I was just so young. I really rediscovered my love for them probably during the very beginning of the pandemic, because we had so much just free time for once. The beginning of 2020, in the spring, you know, maybe March, April, I got a bug net and some of the supplies, and I went out and started just catching them, and it was a lot of fun. So I just continued with it, and the more I learned, the more I grew to like it. So I've got my first tarantula maybe a year and a half ago. It was around Thanksgiving time of, not last Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving before, whatever year that was, 2020. And that's when I got my first tarantula, and it was like this big when I got it, and now it's quite much larger. It's a big boy now. And yeah, it's great to see them grow. As you have them, as far as scorpions go, my first scorpion was not much longer after. It was in February of 2021. I met a friend, Leo, and he was in some class that required you to get, I don't know if it required scorpions or just like an arachnid or really what it was, but I met him at my work at the plant shop, and we just got to talking when I was ringing him up for some plants, and he mentioned something about bugs. And I was quick to pick up. I was like, oh, hey, like, what's up? And then he was like, blah, 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 something scorpions. I have to go, I don't know, I'm into bugs too. And basically, he set up the first like scorpion hike I went on, and I caught one. Ever since then, he's graduated and left slow, but now I've started to host these scorpion hikes, or like night hikes, scorpion hikes as I call them. It's a lot of fun because I get a lot of other people interested in them. That was my first scorpion, but since then, like I said, it's a she. I have some babies. I have one that I bought from the Reptile Expo that came to Slow in October. And yeah, that's basically all scorpions I have. Yeah, this is one of my most recent endeavors, most recent additions to the gang, I think. So I did this little like bioactive terrarium thing, and you know, I have a love for plants, so like first off, it's just great because it's, you know, we're getting these plants, they've got a nice setup in here, got a fern and some moss in the bottom, really. That's the extent, but inside there's also, well, that's not one. We've got some of these millipedes that are native to the San Luis Obispo area. They glow under black light. I do have a black light right in here. Let's see. It's not gonna be great, oh man. Because none of them are on the sides. Oh, here's a couple. They glow under UV light, a lot like scorpions. These ones are not really super well documented. Apparently they're kind of relatively native to the San Luis area, but yeah, you could barely tell they were there unless you put the black light on. So another benefit of night hikes is you get these great decomposers, and just throwing a couple of dead leaves or like, you know, some mushrooms or whatever, they'll eat it up, put some water in there. Springtails, I put springtails in there as a cleanup crew, and they work very well together. I would say I'm kind of basic. I'm into some really flashy bugs. Like I really do like the spiders and scorpions as well as butterflies. And what's funny about that is like there's so much more research to do as far as all bugs go. So I feel like I barely even hit the surface as far as like deep, meaningful like research. But personally, I really enjoy it. They're fun to collect. It's still good data if you're able to document and collect or identify these insects. Yeah, as far as my future with bugs, if I were to pursue a career headed towards that direction, I would really want to do microphotography. When you take really close-up pictures and really detailed pictures of really can be anything, but with insects, it's a great way to like study them closer. They're always making textbooks. Textbooks need pictures in them to demonstrate the things. There is a demand for it, so I could potentially be like a supply in the future as far as like something really meaningful. But other than that, I have some breeding projects going on. I would like to just kind of on the side like breed some bugs and eventually either sell them or like do some kind of wildlife rehabilitation type of thing. That would be a lot of fun. But right now I am in plant science, so I'm a little bit limited, but the world's out there. I have a lot of ideas, so I could do a lot.